It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is Sunday. That means it is time for another Sketch Sunday. It is the third Sunday of the month, so a couple of us play along with Stretch the Sketch. I am not playing along today. I like this sketch, and I think it would be perfect to stretch to a two-page layout, but I have been trying really hard to get organized this month. And in doing that, I've kind of gone through my 23 albums to see what still needs to be done. So my first goal is to finish up 2023. So one of the pages I needed to do was Lucas's last baseball game. And crazy enough, when I was cleaning up, it was on my little cart with this Pink Fresh Studio collection. And like I had already pulled it out, but I never did anything with it. So I actually have 4 photos, but I thought this sketch was going to be good for that. So I've taken the yellow heart-shaped paper, and that's going to be my main background. And then I tore the striped paper in half so that you get that half and half. And then it looks like in the sketch there is, I can't tell if the banners go all the way up, but it looks like the photos are sitting on a piece of paper. So I'm going to use this yellow, it's yellow and white, I guess we could just call it a floral, for that piece to ground all of my photos on. So I have a photo of my husband giving my son a hug, my daughter giving my son a hug, and then I also have a picture of him giving one of his buddies a hug. So this was super emotional. These kids have played baseball together since they were like tiny. Tiny. And so this was the last time they were going to play baseball together. So it was kind of sad for the seniors that were on the team. And then, of course, because I'm the one taking the picture all the time, I didn't think to get a picture of myself, but one of the other moms was super nice because I was taking pictures of her and her kid, and she took a picture of me and Lucas. So that is the center picture. It was done on a different phone, and so it looks a little bit different, but at this point, I'm just going with it. Like, I got to get the picture of me and my kid on there. So I actually put that one in the middle. Kind of separates. My thought was the picture of him and my daughter, he's looking in, and then the picture with my husband, he's also technically facing in. So it just seemed to make the most sense to me. So I only have a few papers that I had pulled out to go with this, and I didn't have 3 different papers. Now, I could have probably dug through my big pile of scraps, but I decided instead of 3 banners, I was just going to do 1, and I have this kind of yellow polka dot, and I think that's going to go good on that striped paper. And then that small photo that I have right there is him and his buddy. So it was taken from far away, so there was quite a big array of kids. This was just right behind the dugout, and so I knew that I could just cut it down into smaller, and then I can stick it right there in the corner, which I think is going to work pretty well. So I'm thinking maybe I want to highlight it a little bit with a frame, which that one seemed just a little too big. So I decide I need to just kind of think about that a little bit more. So I am going to go through the ephemera pieces that I have. So funny enough, the Spring Vibes collection, I actually had taken to one of his baseball tournaments maybe a couple years ago, and I actually did a bunch of baseball photos with this, and I think it's kind of funny that that's what I chose to do again. I think that it's because the blues and the yellows work so well with the colors of his team. So I know I want to do an embellishment cluster up there at the top like you see in the sketch, so I've added a couple of labels, and I want to do another one down in the lower left-hand corner where you see the other embellishment cluster. So I'm just going to kind of go through and kind of pull a few things. I've got some puffy stickers. I've got some regular stickers. And then I have the chipboard frames. So I'm going to do a couple wordy bits down here at the bottom. And I'm going to build up the cluster up there at the top with a few other things. So I feel like it needs some sort of, I don't know, square piece or something up there, but bigger to go behind the labels, and I'm not finding it. Funny enough, I actually have the ephemera pack for this, and I found it after the fact. So I'm sure there was something in there that was going to work, but I am going to find this square sticker on the sticker sheet, and it's got a floral on it, but it's a dark blue. And so I'm going to place it that way. All you see is basically the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down. Actually, I think I've kind of been gluing as we go, which is pretty good for me. Now, these stickers came in my Color Rush Studio kit for the month of January, and I'm not usually very good at using thickers, but let me tell you, since they've been sitting on my desk and they're white and they can go with anything, and they had pretty much all the letters, I felt pretty good about it. So I'm going to title this Last Game. I don't have a large E. Well, actually, I don't have any E's left. But I don't have a large E, but I have no problem doing a upside down 3 as an E. That doesn't bother me at all. So I don't think I would do it if I had another E on the layout that was regular, but one E by itself totally works for me. So there is going to be my title, and it really does pop on that yellow, which makes me super happy. So I'm going to put those away, and then what else do I add? This is where I add that frame there that I'm going to stick in there, but I really don't feel like there's too much else that I added. So I will have a list of everybody who is playing along with a Sketch Sunday listed down below. And I forget who this, I think the sketch was by Laura Whitaker. So make sure you give her some love for this sketch as well. I do have a couple of close-ups here for you. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I love to chat with you. And that is going to do it for me today. So remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next Sunday. Bye.